Welcome everyone. I'm Carly Sage. I'm the founder of Block 134 here in downtown Putnam, Connecticut. And I am here with Roland Comtois. Hello, Roland.
Hi.
And we are in Roland's painting studio at the moment as part of Block 134 and the Silver Circle Gallery. And we have a few questions that I want to ask you about your paintings and your creative process.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about having this conversation with you. So thank you so much.
I love just literally being in the depths of your paintings. I'm surrounded and I'm looking around at all of these vibrant colors. And I'm so curious about your color. How do you choose the colors that you want to paint with?
Well, I have to share with you that when I was a kid, I would look at the night sky. It was all black. And then I would kind of rub my eyes and clear my vision, and the light came alive. This one, I'll never forget this. I was a kid and I was looking at this one little, what was like a red dot. Maybe it was a star. Who knows what it was? Maybe it was something on my lens. Who cares? But it was exciting. And I saw this red dot, and I saw that become a brighter red dot and a brighter whatever, So every canvas in the beginning started with ivory black paint to represent the darkness of the universe, the weight of it on some level. And then I added color to reflect what I was experiencing, what I was seeing out there, the twinkle of light, the flashes of stars. I would take them in color. I would take them from that darkness and explore the color and their vibrancy and their frequency. And so it was the exploration of darkness that led to this discovery that behind every dark sky lies an entire universe of color. And I discovered and rediscovered color. In the beginning, I wanted to share this with you all. In the beginning, I was afraid of color. I was petrified to go on to kind of expand into color, and someone would say, well, why aren't you using pink? Well, I'm afraid of pink, I said, and now if you look to your right, you see a little bit of hues of pink and colors that weren't there in the very beginning, but it all started with this very dark ivory black, and this new collection that will be seen soon is now Prussian blue. It's all started with Prussian blue, so there is the further you go into the universe, the brighter it gets, the lighter it gets. The further we go in ourselves, the brighter it gets, the lighter it gets. And so there is certainly a similarity to these experiences. So color is an important aspect of the universe.
Yeah. So you're not practicing and playing with the color first on a separate little experimental canvas. You're just going for it.
I put the color on.
And
that's it. I put the color on, often people have asked me, what's your technique? And that may be one of your thoughts.
Yeah, I was wondering, how do you get the color on? Because I see a lot of different textures and things. What do you do?
I don't think about it. The minute I think about it, then I spend a lot of time trying to fix something that didn't need to be fixed, I don't think about it. I take these... Okay, all right, I should tell the truth. I've experimented. I've experimented with texture and color. I put paint on there and I looked to see what would happen to it if I left it there long enough. And then on top of that texture, I would add a gold stream of light because I could see the gold stream of light in the universe, and I would leave it there to see what it would say to me. I know this is a little intense, but it spoke to me, and I just kind of built the color that way and the textures that way, and try not to think about it, because isn't it true in life though, the minute we start thinking about something,
this is all a metaphor. We can all sit here and go, oh yeah,
it is.
You're talking about just more than just your color application.
Yeah, I mean, I look at them and I say what color wants to go here, and I know this sounds crazy, but they'll all jump up and say me, and that might be a bit dramatic, but they all get up and say, yes, put the pink here, or, I got to tell you this one little story. In maybe 2 years into painting all these canvases, I was deep in sleep and slumber and in this joyous place in my dreams, and something woke me and said, but you forgot to put the tiny red planet on canvas number 110.
Wow.
So I got out of bed.
Red dot.
Right, that red dot, exactly. It's on that canvas, by the way.
Wow.
And I forgot the red dot. So I got out of bed, and I would tell my friends this, and I'd say, I got up at 2:00 in the morning to paint a red dot right there.
Wow.
And then I felt this thing wash over me, and it was okay.
Wow.
Night after night, week after week, month after month, I would be awakened in the middle of the night to paint one galaxy, one universe, one sparkle of light, one piece of glitter, one something that belonged in that universe.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite a story.
That's amazing.
It's quite an experience, really, when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Quite an experience.
It shows. It shows. And as a viewer, I'm taking all of this in and wondering what you want the viewers at large, all of you beautiful people who are going to see your show, what messages do you want them to take away from your work?
I want them to feel connected. I want them to see beyond themselves. I want them to see, here's what I want. I want them to see beyond the dark sky. I want them to go and explore within themselves. I want them to find the interconnectedness. And I want them to see color and sparkle and light in universes and galaxies. I want them to look and experience whatever they need to experience here. Whatever it is that they need from these canvases. They weren't painted for the fun of it. I mean, I could have done something else for the last 5 years of my life instead of, painting 180 canvases. But there was a reason for it. And I hope that, like the woman, I will never forget here at Silver Circle Gallery that we had a little something going on. And a woman stood in front of one of the canvases. The canvas is called Quasar. Why? I don't even know why it's called Quasar yet. Well, that's not true. I might know a little bit. But she cried. And she sobbed. And she said, I don't know why I'm crying, Roland. And then a second woman who said to me, I have been an artist for 40 years. She said, how did you make the canvas do that? Wow. And I said, I don't know. Maybe you're making it do something. Right. Maybe it's how you're seeing it, right. And so I forgot the question now because this is how my mind works, but you get the gist.
Just, people taking away from the viewing
whatever they need. And if they look at it and they say, wow, that's a beautiful piece of art, wow. Right. If that's what they received. If they walk past and see nothing, that's what they received. I can't, here we go with getting beyond the darkness. It's also getting beyond the expectation. My hope is it's a full experience for them. Right. And we'll see how it feels when we're there that day. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you think the connection is between art and, the energy of the cosmos? What is that?
I love the cosmos. I love it.
We can tell.
I got a problem, Carly.
No.
I love the cosmos. And I think really it goes back to the cosmos ignites something within us. It reminds us that we are connected, that there is a spark of glitter or light or energy inside of us. And when we feel that interconnection that exists between us, just like this whole collection, it is as vastness as that. It's as vast as that. Mm-hmm. I just want to share, it's off topic slightly. When I had my near-death experience and I had written my play, which I have done many times on stage, and I've written songs, and I sang the songs on stage. It was, we're going to be doing that again. It was wonderful. But the last line of the play is, I know I just lost my memory. Hold on, the last line is, I totally forgot the last line. Don't you love this?
I love it.
The last line was, I didn't die. I didn't die. Inside of each of these canvases is a spark of light. Inside of us is a spark of light. No matter how deep that darkness is, no matter how hard we have to work, no matter how far we have to travel, we rediscover within ourselves that we are alive. Yeah. So my hope is life, that we feel life, alive.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that needed a pause. I love the pause after that because it's so profound and moving. And
let me just say one other thing.
Yeah.
Every time I look at these canvases, I realize that I am alive. I realize that I have some sort of power inside of me. I realize that I am connected to the unseen through these webs of light and energy that flow through me. But listen, this isn't about me. This is about us. Right. This is about the bigger aspects of things.
Right, right. So how do you hope your art impacts people personally or spiritually? I mean, I think you're speaking to that. But
I hope they just discover what they need. I hope they stand in front of it and feel it. I hope when they hear the music the original music by Stephen Lupo, because that's specific to this experience. You hear, you feel, you'll see light, you'll feel vibration. I just want them to feel it as best as they can.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
So you've talked about many moments interacting with these paintings that came through you. And, is there a specific moment that you remember where you felt so deeply connected to the universe? Like anything you'd want to speak to about that, something profound that was just a fun little story to share?
Well, a lot of it is emotional. I mean, an agent came and looked at these and said, well, these are emotionally based, these paintings. So it's a very emotional, it has been an emotional journey to extract from me the darkness and bringing the light. It's been an emotional journey to trust that I am communicating with the universe on some level. So is there a funny story? The best story is this one, and I've shared it before, but I'll share it again. I was in my dining room, and my dining room is small at home, but there are 100 canvases there at this point in my dining room, and my family's like, we got to come up with a plan, and then they merged into another room and upstairs into the bedroom. But anyways, and I'm painting, and I'm in this glorious place. It was a spring day. The sun was gently out. There was a gentle, quiet breeze. The window was open. And I was just painting, and I was painting something called the Stream of Consciousness, which are 5 large canvases. And I'm painting, and my hands, the energy, the light. And this tiny little a butterfly flies into the house like it's on its own quest. And it makes its way and settles in onto the canvas I'm painting. And it stays for a while. And in my mind, I thought that little creature was bringing his own light to that particular canvas. I thought he was an instrument. Oh man. I thought he was an instrument of love. I thought that he was an instrument of light. And I looked at him and I said, hey fella, how you doing? I mean, I looked at him and said, how you doing? And he stayed. He stayed. And then I felt other hands, if that's even possible, putting a dab of gold over here I felt a little bit of energy coming from this tiny little being. And our hands, we interconnected for one moment. And I knew then that these canvases would change something, would transform from that dark night sky with a glimmer of little light into something extraordinary. That's what I think.
Wow. This is great.
That's what I think.
So, Roland, you're, a renowned speaker, author, spiritual medium, artist, and you're having your first big exhibition November 1st.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, this immersive experience.
Yeah, this is exciting. It's very exciting to finally come to this point, right? And it will be on November 1st at the Event Factory Kitchen and Stage in Warwick, Rhode Island. Tickets can be purchased at paintingsbyroland.com. You'll be greeted by nice people. You'll walk through the lobby area, have nice foods to nibble on, and we'll talk together. I'll be there, obviously. And then you'll be invited into the room where 130 paintings will be. There'll be the room will be darkened with beautiful colors of purple and blue, and the trinkle and twinkle of light will be there scattered throughout the room. And then you'll walk into this space, and the doors of my paintings will open, and you'll gaze out into the universe. And somewhere when you're gazing out there, something will call you. Something will say, hey, I'm right here. And you'll walk over to a canvas through this maze of beautiful energy, and you'll stand in front of one. You know why I know this, Carly? Because when I touched the very first canvas 5 years ago, someone in my head said that when they stand in front of a canvas, they will see something within themselves that they hadn't seen before. Is that a bit dramatic? Is that a lot to ask? But that will happen on November 1st. Yeah. Between 5 and 8 o'clock p.m.
I believe it. I know.
I believe.
I'm there. I feel it.
Wow, this was wonderful.
I mean, what an incredible opportunity for people to come and not look at your paintings, but experience.
Yeah, explore them, and yes,
connect with them.
Exactly.
Connect with themselves to have this otherworldly, opportunities.
And not only to look with your eyes. No wonder why we can't see clearly, but not to look with our eyes, but to look with the other aspects of who we are. There are many parts of us, and our vision is not the only aspect that tells us a story. Right. It's this other view, and so that's what I hope. Anyways, right. I could go on and on, as you know.
Yeah, I love it. So, this is delightful. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and visit paintingsbyroland.com to learn more about your work and the upcoming art exhibition November 1st. So, thank you.
Thank you.